Well, the Rocky Patel Decade. The Rocky Patel Decade's been out for more than a decade. When did it come out? 2008, 9? That's a long time ago. You know, it's a long time ago. You think about back then, I think about 2000, early 2000 shit. Was there a lot of box press cigars? I think that there wasn't tons of box press cigars. Maybe there was. Obviously, Padron, uh, you know, they're making box press for a while. But my point is, though, maybe I'm a complete idiot. Maybe it doesn't matter. But maybe I'm just wasting time. I'm not ready to smoke, so I'm just killing some time here. Is that what I'm doing? I gotta admit, the box pressing on this is really nice. It's got really sharp angles that remind me of the sharp angles on the Partagas Legends. Um, Sharp, square, really, really box pressing. Really box pressing. Literally as flat as you can get it. So, and it really full pack. I gotta admit, I've never said a bad thing about the Decade. And over the years, you know, I'm not the biggest Rocky Patel fan, especially on his higher end stuff, which seems to be. Well, we'll just leave it at that. But I have had some that I've enjoyed. But I've never heard anyone say anything bad about the Decade. Maybe not his best cigar, maybe it is, but probably one of his most respected, or least disrespected. The Decade's been around for a while, and I never heard anyone say, I think they did make a Cameroon version. Looking up the blend on this, let me tell you something. Maduro, Pennsylvania, Lajero wrapper, Ecuadorian wrapper, Honduran binder. I've seen like 5 or 6 reviews from the past 15 years, 16 years. So I just went to Cigar Aficionado's website, and Cigar Aficionado says it's Ecuadorian, I think Ecuadorian Sumatra wrapper. Well, they just said Ecuadorian, but other people say Ecuadorian Sumatra, and the rest Nicaraguan. That's what. That's what Cigar Aficionado said. So, in reality, I'm not saying I trust them with everything, but they're very reputable as far as that. Now, as far as putting, top 25, that sometimes is buyable. Construction, okay, now I will say this too. Now, over the years, because the Decade was one of those cigars that ended up in a lot of Cigar International sampler packs. And you know how we all feel about that, especially back in the day before Cigar Page, where it's either you're going to, go to a store and pay full price gouge or try to get samplers, going back to, 2000, mid 2000s, even 2010s, But my point is, but sometimes you would get the Decade in the sampler, and then I've heard people say, well, the Decade in the sampler wasn't the same as the one in the box, and so it's a name only, and they made a Decade-like cigar, and all the Cigar International sampler back in the day, they're saying that they bought the rights to those, just like happened with Gurkha. They bought the rights to it, and they just replaced it with a cheaper cigar, bought the name, and had temporary rights for. Now, how much of all that is true? It is what it is. At the end of the day, nothing matters. Mr. Chocha heard? I like the feel of the cigar. I think I paid about $10 for this thing in Florida pricing. So not exactly a cheap cigar, but not exactly expensive cigar at all. That's MSRP at a lounge at Florida pricing. It's got a really heavy pack for its size. And I must admit, the wrapper and everything about it is nice. And the banding obviously looks like a nice banding for something that's almost 20 years old. Like, I'm sure that was shocking in 2008. Like, wow. And 2 bands, 2008. I don't know back then they were all doing that. But here's what it is. Foot smell. musty caramel coffee. Kind of nice. My cutter's in the car. Thank God gave us teeth. Right? Anyways, I hope you're doing well. I hope you're fresh. Excuse me. That's how you know it's going to be a good cigar. If you smell the foot and you sneeze, that's good tobacco. It's pungent. Oof, I'm going to sneeze again. Ah! The sneeze I give 4 out of 5. That was a pungent foot smell. Always remember to use soft, gentle heat if you could. It's the way. You know, all I know is warming up your cigar gently. It's like a first date. Hey, maybe we should grab some coffee, or hey, you like that? You like that movie? Yeah, we should go see it. I heard it's out. Yeah. Oh yeah, nice. Yeah. You don't go straight to fucking fisting. Soft, gentle heat, man. Soft, gentle heat. Ask around. Torch lighters is for jet fighters. Can't stress that enough. Okay. That guy asked the question for the whole neighborhood. He said, "You want me to see if they're still open?" Yeah. A lot of flavor off the bat. What's funny is I remember this cigar, but if you had to really ask me, like, I don't remember how it tasted because it's been so long since I smoked it, years. But I remember I enjoyed it, and back in the day I used to smoke them, especially when they come in sampler packs. And me and my Uncle Johnny, I split a sample pack, a 10-pack, a 20-pack. Medium to full strength off the bat. That's not a weak cigar off the bat. That's a strong cigar off the bat. But it has good sweetness to it. It has good character. Dare I say good complexity as well. That's a very likable cigar. A strong but comfortable blend off the bat. How these cigars would age, I don't know. I never really dealt with really heavy aged Rocky Patel. But the foot smell and the strength off the bat, off the initial puff, a lot of long sticky flavor. Maybe a year or two might do these well. Like I said, I'm not the biggest Rocky Patel fan, but I'm not a Rocky Patel hater. When he makes a good cigar, I'm going to tell you, and I enjoy it, especially depending on the price point. That's where value comes in. Now, of course, if money means no object, then I can't really review cigars for you, because if it's a cigar you didn't like and it cost you $200 or $50, then it's no. If it didn't mean nothing, it's like no risk, no reward. And of course, my point is though, for the average guy, these things matter. You know what I'm saying? Though, if you get past that, and God bless, I never hate. I wish everyone the best. I wish everyone was fucking rich. The point is though, so all I could do is, as a regular guy, that's. As a regular guy, you're a regular guy, you got to eat food today, and, you got to eat food today. But I should be grateful, and I am, it's what it is. Coffee, caramel. There was a little bit of grittiness to this that has a little bit of edgy power to it. So it's not like super smooth where it's like, oh my God, it's a really slick cigar. It's got some balls. And in my opinion, it's stronger than I remember it. Now, remember, though, lots of times I probably smoked this Decade back in the day was in the samplers. And if those samplers on Cigar International were just getting the rights and giving you a similar, but a cheaper experience, I don't know. Did I think those companies would do that? Yes. Yes, I think they would. We're at a strong medium to full. We're at 75% darkness. Oh no, it's a lot of flavor. If you don't like stronger cigars, actually, I would say avoid this. Being that how strong this is off the bat, really makes me wonder about what the decades we were getting, and the pack is so full. It really makes you wonder about the Cigar International, cheap sampler packs. Like $29.99, you get 10 cigars. Because the way this cigar is sitting right now, it's reminding me of like if you had like a little younger, cheaper version, stronger version of the Ashton VSG. Really, the VSG is the better cigar, but the VSG is so refined that even though the smaller ones have some balls, some people, I can understand where a Robusto or Toro size of a VSG might not be like, well, I was expecting a Liga number 9 or a Padron 26 type of cigar. And the Ashton VSG in that realm is weaker, but it's very refined and very delicious. More posh. The VSG is more posh than the Liga number 9, but Liga 9's got more balls. And but so my point is, I'm really enjoying this cigar. Slightly nuttiness to it as well, but all in all, it's got a good amount of power. It's got a long, heavy flavor. And it's burning rather slow. I gotta say that this one at MSRP, I think this is the first time I bought it at a store. I mean, any other time I've had this cigar was on the internet. I really don't remember the cigar being this packed. The one other time I had this cigar that wasn't on the internet, but it was they made a Cameroon version, and I don't think I've ever seen that again. They made a Cameroon. A brother of the leaf. I was passing through. It was in Nebraska, and we ended up at the cigar shop. We tried to have a cigar while I was passing through, but we were there at different times. So when I got there, he left a cigar for me, and so he said, "Oh, the brother was already here, but he got the whatever," and so he left me a cigar. It was the Decade Cameroon. That was very nice of him, and I said, "Oh wow." I said, let me do the same thing, and I bought a cigar, left it for him, so that way next time he came in, they said, oh, there's a cigar here waiting for you, which was kind of cool. It's almost like pen pals with cigar pals. Draw is fantastic. The smoke pop was great. It is a slow-burning cigar. So for $10, you're getting a lot of tobacco here. Really slow burning. I'm enjoying it, and I'll come back. We're back. We're getting into our second, third. Construction is great on these things. Burn's going great. It's medium full to full. It's a heavy medium full. Long, heavy flavor. Don't smoke this if you want a transitional cigar where you're gonna, I'm gonna smoke one after this if I want to exactly, taste the next cigar. As I just have a cigar in my pocket, but that's just a walking cigar. This I find to be a nice walking cigar. Very affordable, $6 Sancho Panza. They say it's Toro. It's a 6.5 by 52. So basically, it's a Churchill. The original. I find that very relaxing to walk around with. But we're just talking about a regular situation. Where you're not going to smoke 2 cigars. When I'm smoking this, walking around, I'm just chilling with it. But if you want to smoke another cigar after this, and you want to taste it and get to know it, I would smoke a lighter cigar first, then smoke this. But. A lot of flavor. I will say this though, it is definitely more gritty than like an Ashton VSG. But if you like the Ashton VSG and you want something a little more grounded, a little dirtier, a little stronger, a little more filthy, a little stronger, I said that, a little spicier, a little more earthy, but in a similar vibe, I think they pair well in a universe where like the Decade is like a 50% cheaper version of the VSG. Then I don't see any problem with that. We're gonna get rid of that ash. Here we go. Whoppa. So I'm enjoying this cigar. I think it's a well-made cigar. Bands are nice. Price point MSRP $10 at a lounge. Yeah, I'm sure online you can get 5 packs. This day and age, a lot cheaper with like Cigar Page. Then go for it. Definitely 5 pack worthy. If you get a good deal, if you get these for like $6, 5 pack for $30, I think that's a great deal. It's a solid cigar. It's got balls to it. It's not. It's not an AJ Fernandez. Blackout, kick your ass. Fist it twice. Say nothing nice. Burns slow, got a lot of flavor. It is a little gritty, it is a little dirty, but it is 75% darkness. It is a long, heavy finish. It's kind of nutty, earthy, black pepper. The caramel's nice to it. A little bit of charred wood. There's a slight little bit of chocolate, but it's not a very, not a very chocolatey cigar. But it is quite enjoyable.
See, allow me. I like Jake Gyllenhaal. He's a good actor.
All the smoke, it's quite lively. In the nose too. So maybe not a breakfast cigar. But so I guess, if you're looking for something to go back and you haven't had in a long time, I think this is a solid cigar in a mid-tier price point that's giving you a lot of flavor and a lot of strength. That's, picture like the dirtiness you get out of a Padron 1000 series, but a little smoother than that. But not as smooth as like a 64 or a 26, which those are cigars that cost more money. Now, if you bought these, let them sit around for at least a year or maybe 2. I don't think that'll be a problem, because even if you calm the cigar down a little bit to take away the little bit of grittiness, then it maybe went from a heavy medium full to like just a gentle medium full or just medium full, I might hit a sweet spot on this cigar. So who knows? Maybe buy a 5-pack, smoke 1 or 2, let the other one sit for 6 months, let the other one sit for a year, and see what happens to it. But I bought this at the shop, and since I've been coming down here over a month, these cigars have been sitting there. It's really not a popular shop, Neptune's, because you can't smoke in there. So they sell a lot more online, but it's a great wine bar. More people come there to drink wine. You can smoke outside though, but it is Florida, so no one in the summertime wants to sit around at 100 degrees. So it is what it is with that. So I am enjoying it. But I tend to only really smoke my cigars for the most part at night in Florida, because it's way too fucking hot down here. I'm looking forward to moving probably to Pennsylvania, closer to my daughter, so we'll see what happens. I'll come back and watch third, but it's enjoyable. At this point, I'd say this experience, it's a solid 4.5. It's a cigar I can recommend. It falls into like a very good category. It's not like, oh my God, it's as good as a VSG, but it's a VSG type blend if it was dirtier, younger, cheaper tobacco. And I'm not saying this is like a cheap budget cigar at all, but it feels like a strong mid-tier cigar that's trying to be better than what it is, like slightly classy. And it is enjoyable. So, yeah. Well, at the end of this decade, I gotta admit, it was a lot stronger than I expected. It's ending on full strength. Long, heavy finish, a lot of flavor. More chocolate coming into the mix with the caramel, the nuttiness, black pepper, and the earth. It's a nice bouquet of flavor. I'd say the clarity, though, it's a little unrefined, slightly gritty, slightly dirty, but it gives it some type of balls. So, if you want something that's kind of grounded, a lot of flavor though. This isn't Robusto. I think a 4.5. It's a solid rating on this. Definitely 5-pack worthy. I'm not saying, hey, stop what you're doing, but I think it's something good to add to the repertoire. I think it'll go great with coffee. I think it'll go great with the dark beer. Shit, it'll go great with the scotch. I mean, the profile is, it's strong enough. If it's your only cigar of the day, you're gonna have a good time. I can recommend it. Construction was solid throughout. Good smoke output, good burn, good draw. A lot of flavor, a lot of rich, heavy flavor. Might be one of the easier to enjoy Rocky Patels. I think the sun grown is I still prefer, but this is a pretty good cigar, and it's not outdated just because it's been out for a long time. If you want to go back to it, get a 5-pack on Cigar Page, go for it. It's not going to be your favorite cigar, but it's enjoyable. It's strong, and I think it's a high value. If you get these on 5-packs for like 20, $30, fuck it. It's a solid time. I don't regret buying it. I don't regret coming back to it. But I'll tell you what, the version at the store or what you'd buy, in a box or something, this feels much stronger and a fuller pack and slower burning than I remember back in the day in the sampler packs. I never remember the sampler packs being as heavy or strong as this. So it is what it is. We're done here. I hope you're well. Hope you stay fresh. I don't give a shit either way. I'll see you around. Take it easy.